Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I'm going to entitle this video, "Where's the Lesson?" And before I explain the title or the significance of the title, I just want to say this. I'm going to do as many of these types of videos as possible to help the young people and older people that trying to play or teach themselves how to play. And I thought it'd be a good idea to do this because I don't want to be redundant as far as the same video and Morris Man giving these young guys that don't want to go pay for lessons and don't, not taking it serious, the same spiel. It's the same spiel with a different, I guess, meaning or examples. Because I thought about this video. I said, you know what? I'm going to include these things that I didn't include in these other ones. Because again, I don't want to be redundant. It's the same video 10 times. But to paint a picture of how it should be and how it's going to be if you continue with that tab nonsense, a poor man's cheat sheet. So I told you guys I get a lot of these videos where I show people, because the purpose of my channel, let me just reiterate that, is to teach or give musicians, people that already know how to play, took some kind of formal lessons, just the chords. That's it. Have a good day. That's it. I'm not trying to teach you how to play your guitar in the course of the song, and you're trying to learn a song or you haven't learned your instrument. So I thought I'd make that clear in every video. I will state that. At the beginning of the video, I state that. So I get the typical, because again, my videos are chord lessons, and that's what I write in the description. Chord lessons mean I'm just giving you the chords. That's it. Not teaching you finger placements and diagrams and tabs and that nonsense, because every time I use the word tab, nonsense is going to be included in that statement, because it's nonsense. It's a poor man's cheat sheet, and former players do not obey by that. We don't use that, So, again, get the video. Post the video, and I get the same, comment. Where's the video? Where's the lesson? And my response to people, and the very last person that sent me that was, if you have to ask that, you need to go get lessons, because you missed the boat. You missed the whole concept of what I'm trying to do here. And what I'm not trying to do here is teach you how you play your guitar in the course of the song. So, I think it's important to give people that kind of want to try that route. It's like, out of all the forms of communication on this planet, music has only one language, which is wonderful. Because I had a dear friend when I worked in corporate America. He was Filipino, and we used to talk all the time. That's really the nice thing about working. And sorry for veering off. Working in a big organization, you get to interact with people all over the world. I used to go to conferences where I would talk to people from Zimbabwe. We sit down and have meal, break bread, and we talk about it. Because again, sorry for veering off, but I just got to say this. I remember one of the first conferences that I went to, and it was people from South Africa. They sat at the table and we were talking. And I was just so interested and intrigued as far as, I want to know about your culture. Tell me about your culture, because it's different all over the world. And he asked me this question, this gentleman, he said, why do you guys here put so much sugar in your food? And I said, you know what, you're right. And I wish that they didn't. That's why I'm sitting here with diabetes. So it's interesting to interact with different people from different cultures. So again, music is the only language. It has one language in the entire world, which makes it easier. If I'm playing here in the United States and I go to Japan and I'm jamming with some musicians from Japan, we playing sheet music, we reading it, we know what we're doing. It's not a language, culture, a barrier. It ain't like we're trying to speak a language, a vocal language, because then it'd be a problem, because I speak English, they speak their dialect. So that's really cool to me. Just the fact it's just one language. And if you're considering, because you really sometimes don't know where you're going to end up. Some people I just picked up guitar as a hobby one day, and then next thing you know, I'm a major artist selling records all over the world, I won't say most, but most people or kids, They won't sit there and say, I'm going to be a musician. It's just like, no, I'm going with a tried and true career. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. I want to be an electrician. I want to be a carpenter, because the odds of you doing that are much greater than trying to be an entertainer or a rock star. One in so many thousand people might get that opportunity. So it's like your parents are not trying to encourage you to do that. Even though your parents say, I love you and I'm going to support whatever you do. But it's like, realistically, you got to pay bills and you got to eat, So that's not usually the first thing that people say, because me personally, I want to be a professional baseball player. And I was on my way to becoming that till I blew out my knee, because I was really good, So you don't know where you're going to fall, where you're going to end up. But take whatever you do in life serious. So as far as, people that they don't know that they might become this because they are gifted in this area. They gifted at music. So, you have to take it serious. And also what has to take place is this. Hold on. You have to go the right route, as far as that formal thing, because this is a point that I really want to make in this video. Okay, you don't want to listen to nobody. You think you got all the answers and you just going to tab, want to be a tab guy and begging for tabs and looking for finger placements. At some point in time, if you start to get serious about this, you're going to hook up with some other musicians. And some of the musicians might be world-class musicians that I've had the honor to work with. So if you're going to work with those guys, you got to know the language. You can't show up with tabs. They're going to laugh at you and push you out the door and lock the door. That's why it's important to take the formal route. Because again, you might not be taking it serious right now, but you might become or evolve into a gifted musician. And at some point in time, you're going to play with other gifted musicians, So you got to be able to speak the language. That's why it's important to take formal lessons and start to read. I'm not saying be the greatest reader in the world or theory guy, because I know I'm not. But I make a good living doing this. I know enough to do it well, And that's what I stress to you people, you young folks and older folks too, but mainly the young folks, because it's this new era of YouTube and watching fingers and trade me tabs and all that nonsense. I'm going to keep those two words together because they deserve to be together, So if you're fortunate enough to be in a circle with world-class musicians, you got to learn the language. If you don't, you can't play with those guys, because world-class musicians play with world-class musicians and world-class musicians play with guys that they see becoming future world-class musicians, Because like I told you, my first, professional gig, quote unquote, it was like 10 guys. And, at that point I was kind of, scared. And it's like, I don't know if I'm ready to do this or will I ever be good enough? And, so I went, and there was only like me and 3 other guys that they were seriously considering. And they first, right out the gate, asked us individually in different rooms. They said, we might want to go with you, but we need to get this out of the way right now so we can move forward. What is your price? And when I told them what I told them, it blew them away and I got the gig. And it's not because of just that, but they knew I was most likely the better candidate. That's why they pulled me to the side. I said, I don't want any money. I just want to play. It's like, get this man a guitar cord, put him in Studio A, And, I came prepared. I knew my stuff, and this is long before tabs and showing finger diagrams. It's either you can read and do this or you get up out of here. Just that simple. There's no in between or anything like that. So I try to discourage you guys that want to self-teach yourself. And then at some point in time, and most likely you are, definitely you are, if you're going to keep moving further in music, you're going to end up playing with other guys, other people. So you got to be able to speak the language to communicate with these other people in the room. And still, everybody got sheet music, and you got sheet music in front of you. You don't know what this is. You don't know how to play this, and let me hear it and let me figure it out. They ain't got time for that. That's your cousin's basement studio thing. But when you playing with professionals and working with guys like Quincy and upper crust producers, you got to know your stuff. And they're not going to cut you no break, because some people enjoy squashing you. And that's just their nature. They rat bastards. They enjoy peeing on your parade and trashing you. They get a kick out of that. They really do. But when you show up prepared, they can't do that. They can't do that. I've been in situations where people didn't realize my skills, and they were always good at being negative, but they couldn't say nothing. So they said nothing. And that was my sign of approval, that they can't trash me because they can't. It's like, no, well, this guy can play, and he's good. So I can't trash him. And me attempting to trash him makes me look like the bigger idiot that I am. And everybody in the room knows, like, dude, why are you trying to rag on this guy? He play rings around everybody, So, like I said, I'm going to constantly post these videos because I'm hoping that one of these videos will reach everybody at some point in time. A different video for a different group of people. But it's really important, you guys, go get formal lessons and pay people for their time. Don't expect nobody to sit up here for 2-3 hours a day with you or every other day and don't get nothing. Maybe if y'all have some type of arrangement going on, or this guy got a lot of time to kill and he just feel like doing it for free, that's wonderful. But everybody else wants to get paid. I'm like, don't you go to work and get paid? You don't go to work and at the end of the day or end of the week, they say, just thank you and then come back next week. Where's my paycheck? I got to pay the bills. Rent is due. I'm hungry, got to put shoes on my baby's feet. So I'm going to sign off now. But again, go get formal lessons. Don't come on to YouTube just trying to learn songs when you haven't learned your instrument. You're working backwards. You need to learn your instrument first. Then you learn songs. Instead of this, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just going to watch fingers and try to figure out this song, If you're serious about this, or even if you're not serious about it, just do it the right way. Everything in life, you want to do it the right way. I hope, I do. I'm like, I don't know how to do this, so let me enlist the help of the guys that do this, or whatever, I'm not one of those guys that it's an ego thing that I'm going to mess this up because I didn't know how to do it, as opposed to just asking somebody and paying them for their service or being guided. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Life is about learning, and if you're here long enough, you learn every day. You don't stop at a certain age, I ain't learning no more, or this is it. No, you learn until you leaving up out of here, So until next time, take care. And again, I stress this. Sorry for sounding like a broken record. Go get lessons. Don't watch a song and you don't know what you're doing and then ask the guy, where's the lesson? You have no clue, do you? That's why you need to go get lessons. Till next time, take care and thanks for watching.